Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Amnesia crowd. Right, good lord. Anyway, continuing Toma's after story in the love section, we're not having a terrible time. I'm not having the greatest time ever, but I'm not having a terrible time, so. Anyway. Oh, it's morning. I better wake up. Smells good. The smell is. Spacey, you better wake up soon and eat breakfast. I have work today too, so let's go together once we've eaten. Come on, wake up now. Hmm. Good morning, Spacey. Oh, your hair is sticking up. Oh, really? In the back and a little in the front. I could fix it for you if you'd like. Oh, I'll go to the bathroom and look at it. 15 minutes later. Sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like your hair's fixed. Then after we eat, please get ready. Get ready a bit quickly. Yeah, sorry for having you prepare breakfast. Sorry for having you prepare breakfast. Anyway, prepare breakfast. I don't know, I can't read today. What do I do? I'm kind of embarrassed. It's not uncommon for me to greet the morning together with Toma. It feels different than usual. Today my heart's really racing just from looking at Toma's face. Okay. Don't stare at me so much now. Here I was trying to act all normal, too. I can't help being embarrassed. Sorry. I see. You too. Not just me. It looks like Toma's heart's racing, too. I wonder if we're feeling the same way. He turned away, so I can't see his expression, but... Toma, you're adorable. What? Why do you say those kinds of things? You're the one who's adorable. Because you were smiling so happily. It made me happy. Toma smiling in front of me just seems so truly happy. It's different from his usual calm smile, or his smile when he's holding back. It's an innocent, pure, and gentle expression. It's my most favorite smile of his. You're one to talk. Oh man, I guess this is what they call happiness. Yeah, I feel like if I let my guard down, my face will break into a smile. It's such a waste that today of all days is when we both have to go to work. I wish we could have taken our time. Let's at least make our time go into Mato no Hitsuji. The two of us together. Take our time. Okay, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of a strange feeling. Hmm? And no, just the fact that I'm walking with you while holding hands even now. It was just natural back then, but at some point we were rarely seeing each other, much less holding hands, you know? Yeah. Till then I thought I could see you at any time, but as I got older I was afraid our connection would weaken. I think I may have been complacent in a way, because we were childhood friends. There was one time when I saw you while on the way to school, and tried to call out to you, but that was the first time I hesitated. The time you were happily talking to someone I didn't know. Even though until then you were the closest to me, I suddenly felt distant. I realized that childhood friends seem close but are far away. So you had times when you thought like that too. Too? Meaning you did too? I did, countless times. Since our years were different, I couldn't see you much at school. Ever since you joined your school club, there was also less times we'd see each other going to school or coming back. If we were the same year, it would have been fine, but I never thought the difference of 1 year could be so big. You know, in middle school and high school, people can look way older even when they're a year older? All your classmates in the same year all looked much older and looked like much older and prettier people. I was jealous every day. I was really scared that you'd keep getting further away from me. That's why I made up reasons in order to see you. I was desperate. I think because you were trying to keep me close like that. We're now able to hold hands together like this now. We're now able to now do this now together, hold hands now, like this now, right now, like we're holding hands now. An awful lot of nows in that sentence. There were two, but it seemed excessive. From now on, too. Please keep holding my hand, okay? That's my line. I don't think I'm capable of letting go any longer. Yeah, I believe that. Finally, we're able to see the same views side by side after all. We've arrived early. We have. All right, let's go. All right, gotta change my attitude from here on. You two seem to be getting along even more than usual. Did something happen after last night? Oh, dear God. Iki, please don't stand behind us so suddenly like that. Oh, sorry. I still have some residual shock left over from yesterday. So did you use it last night? That cage. Okay. All right. So, like, one thing that I keep thinking is, like, I'm pretty sure in the review, and it must be because of Tome Kitten Loves Toma, but was like, I think she put in there, like, oh, this one's so spicy or whatever, but I'm like, I just find this after story, and maybe it's because I'm not, or maybe that was just overall, that's for later. But, like, story enjoyment, 9 out of 10, fan service, 10 out of 10. I find this one extremely freaking bland. Like, I'm kind of bored, to be honest. And I keep thinking that in the back of my head, like, this one's really bland, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not a Toma fan, or this one's just boring, and I'm like, hi, we are having breakfast. Oh, let me go fix my hair. Now we are walking. I'm like, I know the whole point is, like, just a normal day-to-day thing, but I want some, like, fluff and cute or something, and not just, like, kind of boring, I'm gonna spend 15 minutes fixing my hair, and now we're talking about eating together, and we're doing the same conversations over and over, and it's like, they have moments where you're like, that's a cute conversation, but do we need it? Because I'm kind of bored. And I don't know if it's just me, but Iki and Kent finding the cage and Iki bringing up the cage is the best moment, and it's the only reason I'm having fun, is because the other characters are coming in. Because we are as boring as cardboard. Again, there's cute moments where you're like, oh, that's a nice little sentiment. But it's not enough for me to not feel like enjoyment is not here. And it could just be because I'm not a Toma fan. I don't know. Like, I'm not, like, ragingly hating, like, ew, why are you saying that? I mean, sometimes I do. But for the most part, I'm like, okay, fine. We're in the mode that we love Toma, so I'm not going to get too mad or grossed out that she's, like, talking about how she loves Toma, fine. He's not being totally offensive, so I'm trying my best, but I'm just, you're here and you're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see and, like, maybe the fan service comes in this part, but so far I'm like, there's been some cute CGs, but I don't see a lot of fan service happening here. You know what I mean? Like, I think our ideas are different on that. But I think it's just because I'm not a Toma fan, so I'm not enjoying this as much as I would others. But I don't know. My enjoyment comes when Iki and Ken show up talking about the fucking cage. And, like, making it a weird sex thing. That's hilarious. And I'm having fun now, but, like, you really shouldn't be relying on other characters to be having fun in a specific character route. You know what I mean? Anyway. I mean, but then again, Shin's whole one was spent time on Shin and I trying to get Toma back. So, yeah, maybe it's just the after stories they didn't put the effort in, and, like, maybe you should have stopped making Amnesia games. There are ones that I'm like, yeah, keep doing fan discs for them, but maybe this is one you should have stopped. Because, like, if I'm thinking back to Shin's, it wasn't all that like, the suspense route's kind of fine. Like, okay, sure. And, like, and maybe it's because we have Orion in our head again, that there's something there. And when it's just us, we're a little bland. And it's not as enjoyable as when you are literally completely mindless and it's just Orion there. Because I can excuse the blandness then, because there's a reason for it. And now it's like, we're just kind of bland, and Shin's whole romance was getting Toma back. And again, there's cute moments, but I don't know if it's enough to overwrite the whole thing and be like, so enjoyable. It's like, I mean, we're here. We're doing stuff, and I don't hate it, but I'm also not seriously enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, I'm having so much fun. It's like, oh, okay. It's fine. I don't hate it, and I don't regret buying the game or playing it. It's just, it's gonna filter out of my brain and be one of those like, oh yeah, we did play that, didn't we? I'll remember the original game, and I won't remember that. To me, it's not adding enough where it's like, oh my god, yes, it added stuff. It's like, yeah, it added stuff. It's just there. It exists. And it's fine, but it's not the best thing. I'm glad they put them together, though, because honestly, the way this was originally released, and if they did it the same way, like, we did one, and then we did a separate, and you paid full price for both games, I'd be kind of pissed. Because, like, I don't think this is worth a full price of a game. It's worth half a game, yeah, but I don't think it's worth full price, really. I love these characters, but I don't know if, like, this is... It's not feeding me what I want, really. You know what I mean? Like, the after story should be really fluffy and great, and maybe it'll get better. I've heard some terrible things about Iki's route in the after story, that it just kind of ruins him, so... I'm not looking forward to that, to be honest. I like the little... Like, the suspense thing's fine, because it's a little interesting, it's a little different, you know? But I feel like this is more like, it's some weird little side game things, and then they put the after story in, so like, oh, we're gonna make it like it's a continue, and we'll put fluff, but it's not the fluff that you want. You know what I mean? Because there's no plot to it. There's not like a little plot going on, it's just, the plot is, oh, we're gonna look for an apartment, and here, like, I don't know, I guess I just don't want to live out someone's kind of bland cardboard life, and that's what we're doing. They could have put a little something into it to make it... I'm not saying drama. Like, oh, I don't need to be kidnapped or anything, but a little something to make it a little more enjoyable and a little less like, are we going to work and gonna eat breakfast and then we're gonna... There's nothing happening? Really? Just... Okay. I don't know. Anyway. Again, maybe it's just Toma. But I feel like Shin's route was like that too. Like, are we just... talking about Toma in Shin's... And maybe that's why I didn't like it. I'm like, we're here for Shin, and all we're talking about is Toma. And the exciting part of this is just Iki talking about this cage and the weird kinky things that he do. That's the best part of this! Iki, you and Kent need to stay around talking about the cage. That's the only time we're really enjoying this, so I don't know. I don't know, what do you think? Do you feel like these didn't add much? Or are you like, no, they're great, and I'm having so much fun doing our boring cardboard life? I don't know. Is it just me? Like, it's just me. I don't know. Anyway. Use it last night. The cage. And, okay, even if we did use the cage for weird sex play things, do you think we're going to tell you that? I don't think we're the kind of people that are that open. Of course we wouldn't use it. Just please drop the whole cage thing already. Toma, I don't think we should talk about that too much here. Oops. Alright, let's do our best today, you two. I like how Iki's like, did you use it? Oh, Iki went in. He's really having fun, isn't he? He'll definitely keep hold of this info and tease us from now on. Good, because that's the only exciting part I'm having here. I don't think I can deny that. We just stay here like this, Waka will get angry at us. So for now, let's get going. Okay. And I mean, if it was like, okay, we're apartment hunting and we're doing stuff, but we're also doing like, it's just... We're doing basic, bland, boring things. Like, okay, now we're at work. And then 15 minutes later, and then I'm brushing my teeth. And then it's like, I just spend a little more time focusing on romancy things, fluffy things, finding an apartment, and less on, like, the things that don't really matter, where you're like, is there a point to this? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just... I wish I enjoyed it a little more. Again, I don't hate it, but it's one of those like, yeah, okay. And maybe we should have taken a break between later and crowd, because maybe it's at this point I'm like, I'm burnt out playing this now, but I think it's also because crowd isn't... I like that it's shorter. I really do like that little bits are shorter, because I can just do like one little thing and then go do something else and have some fun and then come back and do one little thing, you know? Because it's just... I'd say it's a slog, but almost there. Like, Now then, it seems everyone's gathered. Let us begin the meeting. Today, Kent will be in charge of the kitchen. I'll have Toma, Iki, and Spacey out on the floor. We have more customers than usual during the spring break, therefore, swift customer service will be required of us. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy seeing Waka, so that's fine. I don't mind a few minutes at work, but I don't want to spend the whole day working there, because then that's just going to drag this out. I'm counting on your luck. That's all. So Toma's out on the floor, too. You keep looking over at Toma for a while now, don't you? Huh?
You're not aware. I'll be out on the floor too, but maybe I don't need to enter your sight.
No, that's not...
Oh, there's no need to look ashamed. And that kind of reaction's actually quite refreshing.
You don't have too much fun with her. You'll trouble her.
I'm not having fun with her. I'd just be giving her advice ever since she was having a one-sided crush. It's kind of sad that I no longer have a role now that it's mutual, right? She's an important woman friend, too.
Even then, I doubt it's necessary to make such a show of things in a place where Toma is. Ken, you don't have to worry. I'm fine. I'll be heading out onto the floor first. Oh. I'm sorry. I'll go out to the floor too. Toma, wait. What? You running after me? Could have kept talking to Iki. Because you're upset. Upset? Why? I'm not... That's a lie. Toma, have you forgotten already? I told you not to hold back. Toma? I didn't think I was this much of a child. In the past, even if you were talking to another guy, outwardly I could disguise it. Now I can't even do that. Not that I don't trust you. It's just that I have no confidence in myself. You probably shouldn't, but whatever. Toma, if you forgave me, in the end I'm still cowardly. In the end I haven't fully forgiven myself yet. Valid, and, I agree that you shouldn't. Forgiven? But even though I needed to settle this by myself, I was acting as if I'd been forgiven by having Shin punch me. But in the end it's no good. If you say you'll always be by my side, then I'll have to take responsibility. Here it is again. Toma's anger isn't directed toward me. He's angry at himself. And that's fine. I agree that you probably should be, and I appreciate that you are. But I wonder what he means by taking responsibility. Toma, what do you mean? What are you planning to do? Oh, don't cause drama and go disappear. Let's stop doing this.
Both of you, we're opening soon. Make sure to have your deep discussions later.
Oh, yes. For now, we better concentrate on work. I'll continue that conversation once we get back home. Hey. Toma, I wonder what he's thinking. But he looked less concerned and more like he'd had a breakthrough. But he looked less cornered and more like he'd had a breakthrough. I wonder if Toma's found a way to settle his feelings in his own way. Hope so. And I hope it doesn't involve, some long, drawn-out thing. Because again, short, fluffy, romantic, gooey, not long, drawn-out, boring. Phew, it ended up getting pretty late. What should we do for dinner? Lately I keep leaving it up to you, so today I'll... Toma? He suddenly went out to the veranda. I wonder what's wrong. Is he going to lock himself in the cage? Take apart the cage? Toma, what are you doing putting the cage back in your room? Well, I was thinking of just going ahead and getting rid of this cage already. Good idea. Probably should have done that a while ago. Huh? It's not that surprising, is it? In fact, it's stranger that I've kept it for half a year. I absolutely agree with that. So before I get rid of it... Easy, could you lock me up in here? You know what? Okay! Alright, I was complaining that this is boring and cardboard, but I'm here for this! We took too long to get to this! What? Lock you up? Toma, what do you mean? Do it. Only fair. Easy, listen. Thinking about this for a while. Even if it was to save you from the harassment, it took your freedom away and controlled your life. If I had calmly given it thought then, there were plenty of other methods I could have taken. Even if I'm aware that I did something terrible, I don't think I understood just how harsh it was. So make me understand. Just how much of a terrible thing I did. By your hands, Spacey. Alright, I don't hate the growth. Okay, I still don't like Toma. But I don't hate what they've done with you realize that you're a douchebag, and you're trying to deal with that, and you accept that you're a douchebag, and you're just never you're gonna live with that. I don't hate this. And we're not having the best time, because again, I feel it's a little boring, but I at least like the growth that you're going through, and what they did here trying to make you a decent person so that I hate you less. In principle, I still hate you. Because I remember the original game. But if we add this in, I hate you less. I don't want to light you on fire. I just don't want you around me ever. So I feel like we've made progress. Toma, even now, when half a year's passed, Toma's still scared of what he did. But right now, Toma's not trying to stand still and merely regret and worry over the past. I'm sure he's trying to move forward. Just like he said how the thing he most wants is a future with me. He's trying to accept himself even a little so he can make me happy. It might almost sound like he's asking to be punished in a masochistic way. In the end, this is also for my sake. That much I understand. It'll make you feel better, Toma, then I'll help you. See, thanks. Sorry, I'm sure this doesn't feel good for you, too. It's alright. I want to help you with what you want to do. I don't like you trying to hurt yourself, but I feel like this isn't what you're doing here. Toma, you want to do this so you can move forward, don't you? See, yeah, so I'm counting on you. Alright, then. Get in the cage, dog! You know, maybe this is the fan service. I want to see, like, him tied up in a cage. Feels kind of strange. That's your first comment? Well, so this is the view that you saw then, huh? And I kind of appreciate him being like, I need to experience what I did to you just to get it through my head. Like, I know it was bad. I accept that it's bad, but he wants to, like, I can appreciate this, so, right. It really is cramped, isn't it? I can't stretch my limbs like I want either. You're bigger in stature than me, so I'm sure it's even worse. Oh, you can't be soft on me like that. Be more strict and completely. Like, oh, okay. Even if he says that, I wonder how I should act. I know. You're hungry, aren't you, Toma? Wait just a moment. Huh? Dog food. Just slop it on the floor. Look it up. 30 minutes later. I feel like if we had gotten to this a little bit sooner, it would have been a little bit like, we would have had some more. But, like, we did a lot of, like, whatever to get to this. And I feel like this is the main thing. Like, we could have had the talk about, oh yeah, we should move in together, and then whatever, and then the cage thing is, like, they could have cut some of the stuff out. Like, cut it down a little bit and made this the main focus, you know? I made it with what's on hand, but here you go. Here you go. If you hold up a spoon towards the bars, is that... I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, yeah, when I was inside there, I didn't have much else to do. So the meals that you made for me left a strong impression. You always prepared 3 meals for me, too. Why do you think I got into here in the first place? Did you forget what I did? Remember what I did every time I brought you a meal? You put handcuffs on me. Exactly. Those handcuffs from that timer in the drawer over there. Just those. I mean, I feel like if Iki and Kent saw the handcuffs, I would have been, yeah, the handcuffs! Like, you use that cage for sex things. You're like, no, we use the handcuffs for sex things. Excuse me. Use them. You don't have to go that far. Oh, we do. You have to be thorough there. I don't need any mercy. You know, today's meal is a bowl, and I can't put it in without opening the lock, so I'll feed you from here. What? Well, if this were the same situation as that time, I'd have to just think about making sure you wouldn't be able to escape, right? You would definitely have more physical power than me. If you caught me off guard, you'd escape. So I'll try to avoid opening the cage. This way you absolutely can escape. If I'm going to create a similar situation of that time, I'll try as much as I can to imagine your feelings and act accordingly. I can't make it exactly the same situation, and there's nothing after us right now, so it feels a lot easier feelings-wise. But I want to try thinking of how you were feeling at the time. It's the same for you, right? I understand. It's alright. Do what you want to do, Spacey. Alright, then. Open your mouth. Does it taste good? Yeah, but it's a weird feeling. Having you do this after taking care of you for so long. When I was in there, you were only looking at me, so I was a little bit happy. Why would you be happy about that? Normally a person would be scared or disillusioned. Or loathe me. Right, exactly. again, it's kind of like I can't really begrudge the whole cage thing because I don't mind that in other characters and other routes, and they're way worse characters than Toma, but first experience with this kind of shenanigans was like, the fuck? And then you get used to it and you're like, now I'm a degenerate, so it's fine. I still don't like Toma though. Logically, it's not sound because I hate Toma for all that bullshit, but I'll tolerate that bullshit from other characters, so like, doesn't make sense, but yet can't help past me's feelings about Toma that have leaked into present me that we'll never let go of. If I said it wasn't a shock, then that would be a lie. My memories were also unclear, so I ended up not knowing you as well. Then the you in my memories wasn't all of you, and there were also things I didn't know. To say that, I also didn't know everything about you either. Even if we were childhood friends, it's not like we were together 24/7. And no matter how much I learned of you, my feelings of love for you never wavered. That's why I'm here together with you now. Sorry, I just sneezed. Came out of nowhere. You're strange. And not, at this point, it'd be bad taste. You're too self-deprecating. I felt jealous of the girls around you so many times until I found out we loved each other. I think that's why, when I see you in the cage, I feel a little reassured. Right now, I'm the only one within your sight. I can have you all to myself. Oh god, we're turning into Toma. Okay, I don't hate that either. He deserves it. And until now, you've often looked after me, but it feels new taking care of you. Yeah, I'm sure. You seem to have been having fun for a while now, Spacey. Of course. Oh, of course, I don't like seeing you looking so cramped, but I understand. I already experienced those feelings half a year ago, too. Are you disillusioned? I'm not. Actually, feel relieved. That even you think in that way. I thought you wouldn't be able to relate. That's not true. You know that I'm selfish, don't you? Oh, the Oyakodon's getting cold. The Oyakodon's getting cold. Anyway. Here, Toma, open your mouth. Wait, I can't eat that much all Oh, wait a second. I'll bring some water. Just shove it in his face. You'll eat what I tell you to eat, dog. I'm sorry. Are you okay? You don't need to worry so much. In fact, you can act more cold. Yeah, let's do it. All right. The next is a bath, but the handcuffs, right? Why did that come out as a question? Restrain me to make sure I don't escape. I think Toma's getting off on this. He's like, I got off on putting you in the cage, but I think I want to be in the cage. I don't want you to get off on. Like he's trying to restrain himself. Right? You need to put the handcuffs on to restrain me. I mean, please punish me. I mean, step on. You know, don't have me give you instructions. Pull it together. All right. Yeah, girl, get a whip. I'll be back in a minute. He's like, where you going? You can come back with a whip. A riding crop. Toma, isn't it hard to wash your body with only one hand? Oh, is that where the fan service is going to come in? Or are we going to wash him down for him? Fine. In fact, to say that, then I have no position to stand in having forced a woman like you to do it. Oh, I guess that's right. I'm done. Hand me my clothes through the crack in the door. Here you are. Just remembered something I didn't need to. Huh? It's always so torturous whenever you change. I was trying not to see anything, but I couldn't completely look away either. Silence is scary, you know. Well, sorry. Please don't stay quiet like that. It's fine already. Hurry and change. You'll catch a cold. Ugh. Would really like to do that, but... What's wrong? Sorry, I can't do this. Help me. Oh, this is where the fan service comes in? Huh? Yeah. That's where the fan service comes in. You know what? I don't hate that CG. I don't like Toma, but they did a good job there. Hold on. I told you to change. Open your eyes, girl. Open your eyes. Can't help it. My bottom half's one thing, but my top's a parka, so... Oh, now that you mention... I tried to somehow pull it over my head, but with a handcuff on one hand, there's just nothing I can do. I guess that's right. Sorry, I didn't realize. Well, can't do much about that. Can I take off the handcuffs? Why are you asking me? Decide for yourself, Spacey. Girl, I'm gonna need you to open your motherfucking eyes. Like, I do not like Toma, but this is a nice view. I'm not gonna complain about this. Like, this is not... You know, bravo! For, to the point where I'm like, I accept this. Like, again, if I had never played the game, didn't know Toma, I would have been like, I'm into this CG. Don't like Toma. Not normally into you at all. Just whatever. But this is a nice CG. And I will happily take this. Yes. Thank you very much. And for Toma stands, this must be like you're on the fucking floor. Because I could almost fall over. And I don't even like Toma. So, like, Jesus. For everyone who likes Toma, Jesus. That's for you. Holy shit. Just pull it together. This will be our NCG because there's, like, hello. For this round. The other CGs were good in the route, but this is nice. Thank you. Okay. This is where we're having fun. We need more shit like this. And then I wouldn't have been like, it's kind of bland and boring. Like, we have some moments. And then we do this, and it's like, see? All we needed was more cage talk, putting Toma in a cage, and seeing this. That's all I needed. I need the rest of that shit. I need this. Oh, the tables have turned from, like, 20 minutes ago when we started this. Well, that original rant. So, 30 minutes ago, whatever. Then, I'll take them off. I'll go outside then. Wait a second. When it was with you, did I ever take the handcuffs off and not keep an eye on you? You didn't. But at this rate, then well, we're embarrassed. When we were little, we took baths together, you know. We did? It's completely different from when we were little. Anyway, isn't it already too late for that? I mean, seriously, girl? Just take in the view. Just stay there at the door and keep an eye on me. Instead of here, I should be on the other side of the door. If you don't watch over me, I might escape, you know. Look at the sly look on his face. Jesus. Take your eyes away from the abs for a hot second. Well, it's hard to see them because they're behind the pop-up box. Take away from the eyes up where his eyes are. Look at his face, girl. But, like, seriously, that sly look on his face. Oh, and slightly blushing. I know it's like an act more like Toma would, but I don't think it's okay to tease me right now. Oh no, I think you need to dominate him like he tried to do to you. Choke him a little. And then I'll get back into the cage. And then you come back to this Toma. The Toma in the CG was better. I think maybe his hair just looked less stupid, too. Alright, wait, I'll open it now. We need more fan servicey CGs like that, because I'm into that. Then I'll go also take a bath. Alright, take your time. Mama keeps saying I should act colder and not worry so much about him, but back during that time, he was just watching to make sure I didn't escape, but was paying attention to small details too. Wasn't just, sorry. When I was in the cage, Toma seemed as if he didn't have any openings at all. I'm sure Toma didn't have the time to relax in his mind at all. Like 24/7, if I do this, she might escape. There's no way I could strive for the pain Toma had at the time as I am right. There's no way I could strive for the pain Toma had at the time as I am right now. But I'd like to understand it even a little. Being thorough to make sure someone doesn't escape, even if it hurts them. Something you can't do unless you're fine with the person hating you. It's me. Sure. Could I accept Toma hating me if it were for Toma's sake? It's impossible. It would absolutely be painful. I couldn't stay calm. Toma, he ignored everything, even that pain, and tried to protect me. He escaped. Oh. Oh! It's not what you think, okay? It wasn't that I wanted to get out. When I stretched, this part fell off. Well, I was understanding how you were able to get out at the time. You happened to walk out, and I thought you were trying to escape. That spot's easy to take. That's the spot that we broke, right? So, yeah. I was wondering about it. This really is quite defective. If we had a large dog in there, someday it would have escaped. Think about it that way, I feel like it's a good thing that I bought a defective product. As a result, you were able to escape from here, and that resulted in me realizing your feelings. Alright then, guess I'll fix the cage and get back inside. Oh, hey Toma? Still too early to sleep, so would you like to play a video game? You could do it even when in there. Game, huh? I'm okay playing, but you've played through all the ones I have here, didn't you? Oh, now that I remember, you played a lot of this Destiny Kingdom. That one's the fighting game, yeah? If we can fight each other, I'd like to play. It's fine, but don't pout if I win, alright? I might win instead, you know. Played an awful lot of that game when I was in there, you bastard! The amount of hours you and I have put in are different. Well, it's faster to show you than tell you. Alright, I set it to versus mode, so choose your favorite character. And let's start. Like Street Fighter. 10 minutes later. Spacey, how are you so strong? What was that special move just now? Sorry, I skipped too fast as I was reading that. I don't really get it. Well, my body just sort of moved on its own. I vaguely feel like someone taught me that if I enter those inputs at the thing, it works out. At the timing, sorry, whatever, I can't read. Still, that was incredible timing. Damn it, that's so frustrating. Hey, wanna go one more time? Alright then. Alright, next time I won't lose. Bullshit. Ew. Finally won on my 7th match, though it was close. I finally lost. That's too bad. Oops, I meant for us to just play a little, but we got pretty invested. Yeah, I guess we should sleep soon. Yeah. Toma, if you sleep just like that, your back will end up hurting. Huh? Oh, it's fine. I made you sleep in this situation, too. No, it's not fine. The stuffed animals from that time are... Were they in the closet? Oh, here they are. Ah! Hey, now, you don't have to try and bring them all over at once. I'm fine. Working as a maid is actually a lot of strength work, as so stuffed animals are... Ah, jeez, what are you doing? If I'm in here, I can't help you out, you know. Do we seriously just fucking trip on stuffed animals? I'm fine, I just stumbled a little bit. But it's strange. Strange? What is? From what I see of you inside the cage, you seem to be nervous. If this was really a situation where you were locked up, isn't it strange to be worried? I'm being serious, but with you like that, any pointedness evaporates. I'm sorry. Here, I'm gonna put the plushies in, so scooch to one side. Forgot about the handcuffs, haven't you? You're not suited to locking people up. Well, it'd be a problem if you were, though. If you're in the cage, then I wouldn't need the handcuffs. Here, hurry up. Alright, alright. He'd try to force his way out. Oh my god, we're getting a CG of him in the cage with plushies. Looks ridiculous. Why are you laughing? I understand that this must be a pretty surreal picture, but that's not it. It's just adorable. What? Adorable? Why does it end up like that? Well, because you surrounded by plushies is just... Forget it. Going to sleep. Oh. Mama, I'm sorry. Don't be upset, okay? You'll get cold like that. I have a blanket, so sleep with it on, okay? Just leave it there. Hey, Toma, is it alright if I slept in there with you? Of course it's not alright. Hey, wait, why are you getting inside? I can't? Hey, you say that's not fair. I keep saying this, but do you know the meaning of me being in this cage? Yeah, it's a sex thing, right? So we're gonna have sex times. We'll just turn it into something kinky. I do. I don't want to sleep alone in the bed. I'll have muscle cramps tomorrow. Even before that, you might not get out unscathed. Is that a threat? There's no point in telling someone it's not working on, but that's right. It may be more a warning. I was thinking while looking at you inside of there, if you're scared of someone running away, or you don't want them to run away, instead of locking them up, maybe it'd be better if you got into the cage together with them. That way, you don't have to be afraid. After all, the person you're trying to protect is right at arm's length. You said this was taking responsibility in order to throw away the cage. But if something terrible were to happen with us, why don't we stay in the same place? We can communicate to each other how we feel and look at things from the same viewpoint. If things are unbearable, we can just lock ourselves in together like this. If I can be close to the person I love, then I'm sure nothing will be scary for me. I take back what I said before. Huh? The fact that I said you're strange. It's past that. You're just an idiot, Spacey. I'm even a bigger idiot for loving an idiot like that. If Shin were here, he'd probably be calling us both idiots. If I can be together with you, then I don't care if I'm an idiot or not. He'll stay with me even when I'm like this, after all.
Yeah.
Hey. I said, hey! No, Shin found us in the cage! Oh no! When it got to March 26th, sorry, I forgot to read that. I was like, still doing this? Like, I just feel like there were plenty of things that they could have taken out or where they could have stopped. You know what I mean? It just keeps going on and on, but this is funny. See, it's fine to sleep for a little longer, right? Not fine at all. Wake up! What? Wait, Shin? This is good. That's right. What the hell are you two doing? Why are you here in the first place? Why? I called multiple times last night, but you wouldn't pick up. Thought something happened, so I came by. Oh, that's right. I've given you a spare key to this place, too. Really? Doesn't matter. Explain the situation. Oh, don't get the wrong idea, okay? I didn't force Spacey to be in here, alright? Not this time. I could tell that by seeing you two. Otherwise, the two of you wouldn't have been sleeping with such dumb expressions. Dumb expressions? Anyway, can't talk like this. Get out here. Shin, you know, there was a reason for this. Whatever, just get out. Okay. Sorry about that. Get the fuck out of it. What are you doing? Like, shit, it's gonna, 5 minutes later, it's gonna come up in conversation. Iki's gonna be like, oh, you mean their sex cage? You caught them in it? Interesting. You serious? Two of you sleeping inside a cage like that? Makes no sense. It actually hurts for you to bluntly stare so coldly at me, you know? Like I care. In fact, I've always thought you guys were idiots, but I didn't think to this extent. Oh, he really did call us idiots. Yep, just as we imagined. And adults laugh when they're called idiots. Get it together. It's already too late to say that. Too late? It is, isn't it? And now you two are smiling at each other with relaxed looks. What are you gonna do from now on like that? You're gonna live together, right? You seem kind of like a big brother, Shin. Seriously, it's kind of moving to see that crybaby get so big like this. Cut out the teasing. At this point, I'm the one who wants to keep an eye on you two. Well, I was able to check that you two are okay, so I'm leaving. For now, throw away the originator that's that cage. He left. Even though we're the ones older, we keep worrying him. Our standings have completely flipped. I'll have to make sure he doesn't get any more fed up with us. First of all, he told me too, but I'm going to throw away this cage. Mama, are you alright now? Yeah, I'm sorry for asking you to help me with such a strange thing. So, well, what you told me while we were in the cage, Spacey, in the end it got to me. More important to me than anyone else. That's why I'm scared of you hating me the most. You don't have to throw it away. You could probably sell it. Be like, oh, yeah, no, we had a dog, passed away, whatever, but like, and the thing's broken or whatever, you know. Or we bought it because we were thinking of getting a dog, but it's not going to work out, so now we want to get rid of the cage. You know what I mean? I couldn't turn back, and I was scared to move forward. He got in with me regardless of all that. Toma, we can move forward again. Get out of the cage and be free. And I'm sure there'll be times from here on where you might feel like standing still again. In those times, we can lock ourselves away together again and think it over, even if it takes a little time. Maybe not in the cage. She might get mad at us, but we can do it even from inside a cage. I don't think we'll get away with him just being angry next time. I'm sure I'll end up getting violent. Violent? It's not like it's going to be a children's fight anymore, so don't overdo it. All right. I'll be careful. Toma? What's wrong? Staring at me like that? Yeah, I was just thinking to myself how I need to do my best from here on. Yeah, we have to find a good apartment for us to live together, too. But as long as you're with me, I'll be happy anywhere. And we're still going to have to do an end scene, too. Like, I'm going to be with you either way, Spacey. And a soft, warm place would absolutely be better. That kind of place, I'll make it for you. For it, Spacey. Yeah. See, like, this would be the perfect place to end it, which I feel like it's gonna. Are we gonna? Because, okay, that feels like a good place. 4 years later. Oh, are we gonna have our little house now? Phew, it's gotten late. Toma might be worried. Oh, now that I remember, I think he said Shin was coming over today. I want to see the 4 years later versions of us. Look at our little house! So cute. I'm home. Oh, Shin. He looks the same. Then, Toma, contact me once you've figured out the details. Alright then, I'm sure I'll let you know. Oh, that's true, because this was the same Toma that showed up in the Shin thing, so that makes sense. I kind of like his hair better without the headband pushing it, because the headband looks a little ridiculous. What are you two talking about? Just something between us. I'll let you know later. Okay then. See ya. Oh, Shin, you're leaving? Oh, he's already gone. Shin's the same as usual, isn't he? So what were you talking about? Toma? Well, you see, Spacey, could you sit over here? Oh my god, are you pregnant? Son of a bitch. Alright then. Oh, are you gonna tell me what you two were just talking about? But it's not like an engagement because we're already engaged, so are you gonna surprise me with a wedding? Because I feel like that's something I should get to plan too. Not so much telling you, but the fact that it concerns you. Concerns me? Oh, to be precise, the both of us. Mama, don't prolong it, just tell me. What's it about? Well, I've been thinking for a long time about when I should say this. Now that I passed the bar exam, I feel a lot more relaxed. You've always respected my wishes of wanting to become a lawyer and supported me. Once my training period's over, I'll finally be able to stand at the starting line of being a lawyer. Sorry for making you wait so long. For believing in me and being the one closest to me, watching over me. Spacey, please marry me. Already agreed. Yes! Like, we're already engaged, so what the shit? Oh, don't cry now. Even if it's happy tears, I'm weak to when you cry. I can't stop. Memories of when we both reciprocated our feelings or when we got engaged, or the time we spent together. They all just overflowed inside my mind, and I just started crying. You're crying that much here. What's going to happen when you're in the wedding dress standing next to me? Tears might blind me and I might trip. Before that happens, I'll be sure to support you, Spacey. Now, in the past, and into the future. Now is it our wedding? From there, we decided to have our wedding ceremony after Toma's bar exam training was over. I'd already gotten a job at a preschool a year before, so I was already pretty settled by now. I'll keep supporting Toma as I've always done up to now, until his training's finished. That was what I thought. Okay, we don't need drama. We should have just had the wedding and been done, you know what I mean? It's gotten even busier than before since its training started. You know what I mean? They do the after thing and it should just be, okay, it's the wedding and it's happy, and then it's like, then we throw in this weird little... You don't need this! Just give me the wedding and the happy and be done with it. Don't drag it out like this. It's kind of dumb, you know? But they keep doing this. It's like, stop. After story should be cute, short, little, like, not the, but I mean, like, after the credit. Doesn't need to have this drama shit. Just be like, let's get married. Okay, now it's the wedding and we're done. Happy, done. None of the drama bullshit in the middle. Because, like, I'm expecting, okay, we're done. And then it just keeps going on and dragging it out for no fucking reason. Be done with it. I only have 10 fucking minutes and I don't want to waste it. I don't want a whole nother fucking part of this bullshit. Like, I want it to be done. We're at the credits. We're done. Ugh. This is why sometimes I feel like it's a slog. Because there's so many little things that I'm like, did we need this? Not really. Did it add anything? Not really. Like, you could have condensed it a little better. And I know it's really only 2 hours, but when I hit the credit scene and the after scene, I just want that to be fluffy, not an hour and a half of more shit that we don't really need. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I'm over it now. And even characters I like. I just want this is where you tie it all up. You put the happy, we get married, done, not. Well, now we're doing this and now there's this and it's like this is going to be so unfucking necessary. God. Thomas gotten even busier than before than before his training started, whatever. Good job on your first day of training. How was it? Well, it really shows that everyone there has passed the bar exam. It's a completely different feeling from being a college student. Ton I need to learn too. It's incentivizing to be around friends who are aiming for the same legal circles. You seem to be having fun, Toma. Subject's rough, though. I can't complain about it, since there's you I need to consider, too. The reason Toma's working hard every day is for the goal of becoming a lawyer, and also because he's thinking of me. That's why I can't say I'm lonely. I decided I'd cheer him on. I have to be patient until his training ends. Don't need to go through it. Day after day after day. Looking back, Toma's always been by my side. Would wake up to a good morning and we'd talk about small things. We'd eat meals at the same table, and with a good night I'd fall asleep. Sort of natural exchange slowly started happening less and less. Even though we're living together, the days we'd pass each other increased. Little by little, things I wanted to talk to Toma about are piling up. About my job, or things I was happy about, or things I was sad about. Might not be really necessary, but until then, Toma would listen to me talk. And the fact that those times were important and priceless to me, I first realized that once we had become like this. See, it's this. You don't need to have this drama in here. Like this little, like, oh, we don't get to see each other. That's not necessary. It's not necessary at this point. You know, the 4 years later, we're going to get married. We get married. That's it. You don't need this filler in here. It's kind of fucking pointless at this. Like, it's not like we did a 4 year, you did a credit scene. Now just do the fluffy, happy end, not, well, okay, but let's throw some more drama filler. You don't need it. It's annoying. Oh, so that's why I'm rushing through reading it, because I don't want to be here right now. Like, I just want the fluffy, happy ending, and I want the drama shit filler. Oh, morning, Spacey. Yes, good morning. Kind of strange. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen your face. Me too. Mama, your light's on in your room until late every day, but are you sleeping okay? We have separate rooms? Or, like, his office, I guess? Managed to get my sleep time, but soon I'll have to go to the courthouse and the public prosecutor's offices, too. Once that starts, I feel like I won't even have time to study. Desperately trying to just cram everything in while I can. I see. Toma? Oh, sorry, I have to get going. Is it okay if we continue when I got back? Yeah, it's nothing important anyway. I'll try and go back as early as I can today. I'll head out now. Have a good day. I wonder if Toma will be okay. All I can really do is make him something that's nutritious. But he did say he'd try to get home early today. Maybe I'll be able to talk to him after a while. No, we're going to go through this, and then we're going to have this long-ass, drawn-out conversation that we didn't need before we finally get married, and then that's going to be... It's like... Ugh, so heavy. I think I did buy too much. I have to hurry and get dinner ready. Toma will be home soon. I'm sorry. I'm over this. Like, I hate this filler shit. Like, for me, when it hits the end credits, I just want to, like, okay, cool, wrap it up. Don't drag it out. Oh, it's Toma. Hello? Oh, Spacey, have you already made dinner? No, not yet. I see. Actually, everyone was talking about preparing together for the test the day after tomorrow. Oh, I see. Then you won't be able to come back early. No, I haven't told them yet whether I'm joining or not. You were trying to say something this morning, weren't you? You said it wasn't important, but it's been bothering me. Mama, well, he was thinking about it. But, thank you, but it's really nothing big, so please do your best studying. Sure it's alright? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, then I'll be late, so you can go to bed first. Sorry. Don't apologize. I can tell how busy you are having watched you until now. I'll make dinner like usual, so if you get hungry, you can eat it. Thanks. See ya. Well, I can't help him when it comes to studying, after all. If I make dinner and put it aside for him, he'll eat it. I better head home. So we don't need this filler. Like, I think it's a me problem. I know it is. It's like I get to the credits and I'm like, and yay, we're still gonna be here for a fucking hour doing this, and it annoys me. I'm like, oh my god, just end already. And it's not because I hate Toma, because I'm actually, like, I don't mind him in this. It's because we don't need all this filler at this point. Like, this is a pointless drama that we didn't need. Toma said it'd be alright for me to sleep first, but maybe I'll try waiting for him. If he gets home, I can reheat his dinner, and then together, even just for a little bit, it'd be nice if we could talk. And then it's going to be like 2 days later and 2 weeks later, and it's like, we should have just had the wedding without this. It should have just gone straight to the wedding. Because you know that's where it's going to end, but that's just what I want to get to. I guess I've been pushing myself too much these past couple days. Wait, Spacey, why are you sleeping in a place like this? I wonder if you were waiting for me. I've been able to talk to you properly for a while now either. Never say you're lonely, do you, Spacey? Oh, I'm feeling pretty lonely. And then we're going to have this long, drawn out conversation about lonely and we're supporting him and all the stuff that we've already said a million times before and we don't need to rehash. This is necessary so I can be together with you. Work my hardest for your sake, Spacey. Let's just go to the wedding. Huh? Hi. When had I gotten into my bed? Pretty sure last night, dinner, then I. That's right, I was waiting for Toma to come back in my bed. It's like we have separate rooms. Why? We're engaged and we're gonna get married. Why are we sleeping in separate rooms? It's so dumb. I'm guessing maybe she meant like in bed in the room, not her separate room, but oh, there's a note left on the table. Dinner was delicious, thank you. I'm sorry even though you were waiting for me. My bird heard the birds on the TV, now he's chirping and the bird downstairs chirping. I'll be late today too. You have work, so make sure to sleep in your bed today. Would have been fine if I'd stayed awake, but I fell asleep. Toma must have carried me over to the bed. I burdened him even though he must have been tired. I have to pull myself together. Yeah, I wish this game could pull itself together. Because we keep doing this and I'm just like, sorry. I'm trying my hardest, but I'm just not enjoying it at this point because we're doing unnecessary shit and it's getting boring. Anyway, I'm done making bento. Still my head hurts a little. I feel a bit chilly. I can't. Toma said that he had a test today. I have to see him off energetically. Oh, and then we're gonna get sick, and then he's gonna take care of us, and then we're gonna have to go through this, and then we're gonna have to. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, you're up early today, Spacey. Oh, good morning, Toma. Morning. Oh, is that today's bento? Yep, I went all in to make it. Look forward to lunch. Thanks. Spacey, you're a little different from usual. Huh? Maybe it's just me. I thought that your face looked a little red. Really? Maybe you're not feeling well. Oh, wait, I'll go grab the thermometer. It's all right. You have to go, don't you? I'm sure you need time to review things before the test. Well, but you're more... I'm perfectly fine, so go on ahead, all right? You'll really be okay alone. Yes, please don't worry. See, I'm perfectly full of energy. All right, then I'll be going. If you start feeling sick, call me right away, got it? All right, then, see you later. You. I better get ready to go to preschool, too. Huh. Strange, I feel hazy. Thomas said maybe I have a fever. For now, I'll take my temperature with a thermometer and... Keep it together. Keep it... God, you get, like, slightly sick and then you instantly... I mean, I know what it's like to instantly black out, but... Mama? Just so unnecessary. Hand feels warm. I know the warmth of this hand very well. They're the hands that always held me close whenever I was lonely. This is... Mama? See, have you come to... Mama? I'm right here. Huh, why? Test? I was worried about you after all, so I turned around and came back. The moment I came back and saw you collapse, my heart stopped. No, you weren't fine or energetic at all. Didn't you say anything? Or is it that you no longer feel any need to tell me these sorts of things? No, it's because this game feels like dragging out this shit when it doesn't need to. We should have just had a wedding and wrapped it up in a happy way instead of putting some drama in we didn't need. That's not... I want you to tell me. Easy, you're the one who told me this. That I should talk about anything. Even then, if you yourself don't say anything, then what am I supposed to do? Mama, sorry. I didn't want to get in your way, so... You should be the one to apologize. More than right now when I'm with you, worrying about the future. I was making you feel lonely now couldn't possibly make you happy in the future. Oh dear God, we don't have to talk about this for 3 days. Must have been lonely until now. Sorry for pushing you. You're doing plenty enough for my sake, Spacey, so you don't have to be patient any longer. Toma, Spacey, thinking right now, all of it. It's a lie that I'd be okay even if you weren't here, and yeah, I was actually lonely for so long. I was lonely too. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to touch you, Spacey. For a long time, I wanted to hold you. Thank God, I wasn't the only one thinking that way. So you were feeling the same way, huh? Neither of us said what we wanted to. We were being patient toward each other. You're right, and in the end, I caused you trouble. Who said it was trouble? You don't have to worry about the test. I'll quickly catch up. More than that, I'm scared thinking of what could have happened and I kept making you be patient with me. Oh, but the reason you broke out in a fever is because of stress related to me. What do I do? That isn't it. Lately, there's been children with colds at the preschool, so I might have caught it. Even then, I have to make sure this doesn't happen in the future. I know, I'll make sure to come sit at the same table for either breakfast or dinner. And why don't we talk to each other there? I'm alright with that, but then it would burden you. No, time with you is never a burden. You. Now let's just get some rest. You have to heal that cold. Oh, that's right. You might get teased when you get back to work. Oh, why? I called your workplace and told them you were going to rest, and when I told them I'm your fiance, then they got excited saying, "It's Miss Spacey's fiance!" Now that I remember, when I told everyone at my workplace that I'm engaged, they bombarded me with questions. That is like the weirdest thing. It's not like if you were new, like, okay, you've been single for a while, and they're like, oh, I got engaged, then people are going to ask you questions or whatever. But, like, you just work, hi, I'm Spacey, I'm new here, I'm engaged, and, oh, I got a question. Like, no one in the world's ever gotten engaged. What the shit? What did you answer with then? Hey, you're my childhood friend who's very reliable and the person I've loved since I was little, blah, blah, blah. I see. Hence that reaction. Then during our wedding ceremony, if I have a chance to see them, I'll have to say this. That you're my childhood friend who works hard but sometimes pushes herself. Oh, and is prone to crying. I'll have to thank them for taking care of my precious Spacey who I've protected since we were small. That's a little embarrassing. Just did what you would, Wonder if people would be in disbelief of how similar we are. It's fine, isn't it? If you were to put the term two of a kind, in other words, it means we suit each other. Please just get to the fucking wedding. From then on, we began to talk to each other about how we felt. Thomas started telling me about his failures and worries during the training, and that he didn't speak on much until now. On my end, I'd give him advice or cheer him up. Sometimes I'd ask for his advice, and I would get Toma's opinion. I remember now when we first started dating, something similar happened when we were troubled and talked it over. We said we wouldn't hold back with each other and said what we wanted. I'm sure that Toma and I have places we're similar, so we'll be able to keep going on like this. Two of us are too important to each other, where I only see Toma and he only sees me. In this way, for a long time to come, we'll continue to live while thinking constantly of each other's happiness. So our time together flowed gently onwards to the wedding, right? Oh dear fucking God. See, finally, huh? Yeah, I wanted to let you know first. For now, congratulations. We'll be busy from here on, though. Between Mina and Sawa giving me advice to pick out a dress, and going to look at wedding locations with Toma, there's been lots of fun things. Again, we didn't need this, we just get to the wedding. You don't need the telling Shin we're getting married now. Happy right now. Yes? That means I don't have anything to worry about. Oh, that's right. You already decided on accessories you'll be wearing during the wedding? Not yet. Toma said he'd prepare them. See, good, then that's fine. Then I'll be looking forward to the day of. Yeah, aren't we all? But this game keeps dragging it out. For fuck's sake, please be the wedding now. A month later, please, for fuck's sake. Okay, finally! I know it's only been a few minutes over an hour, but it's just killing me. There was just too much filler shit. This is cute, though. Do I look weird? No, you look cute. No, not at all. In fact, I'm so shocked my heart stopped. You're exaggerating. Not exaggerating. Since we've been living together, I thought most things couldn't surprise me anymore, but handle this. Thinking about everyone else seeing you like this. Thinking about it. Like it's too good for them. But I also feel proud. I'm also happy to be standing by your side, Toma. Seriously, just so adorable. I suddenly don't want to show you to everyone anymore. Huh. Toma, that button. On Toma's sleeves were beautiful cufflinks that weren't there when he was trying the suit on. It reflected the light and sparkled in rainbow colors. That's right. I promised I'd borrow them. As to borrow them? As I tilted my head to the side, Toma began to tell me about it in a somewhat happy way. Those were apparently something he borrowed from Shin a while ago in order to use for the wedding ceremony. That's sweet. He got something borrowed from Shin. We didn't need to go to this conversation. You could have just left it there. Shin, what's this? Oh, that. My mom gave them to me so I could use them for formal wear. Must be pretty expensive, since they're using white pearl oysters. Apparently my dad's. He hadn't worn them yet, though. Why you had them stored in the back of your drawer. Again, we didn't need this. Yeah, well, I'm sure they'd all be invited to a wedding soon anyway. Good thing I was short. But still, again, it's not necessary. You could be Shin, let him borrow them. Okay, cool, that's all we needed. Well, that's what happened. Even though Shin always says he's fed up with us, he's always watching over our relationship until today. I'm sure Toma wanted to go into our wedding ceremony with those feelings from Shin. I do think it's cute, though, that he borrowed them, but that's all we had to say. So, this is for you. A pearl necklace? I borrowed it from my mother. They say that if you wear something borrowed, you'll find happiness, right? I like the fact that he got something borrowed, too. It's cute. I know it's for the groom. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. But, they don't usually do that for the groom, but I think it's cute. Also, another name for white pearl oysters is mother of pearl. The meaning of protecting the weak, and it's a substance that protects pearls. That's cute. I wanted you to wear this no matter what. Toma. Yeah, it really suits you. A long time ago, I've always thought that I needed to protect you. Today, rather than just protecting you, then I want to protect our future, too. Sure, this is what it means to become a family. Yeah. See, I'll protect you for the rest of your life. Aww. Daisy, are you already ready? Everyone's waiting. You two are ruthless. We should let them be at a time like this. Nobody says anything, then the ceremony won't ever start.
Indeed. In order to make sure the ceremony begins on time, we may be forced to charge in.
We just got the manager's permission, so if you keep it up, we'll end up charging in. That's what they're saying. Let's go. All right. Let's become happy. Yeah. See, this is all we needed. We didn't need the, whatever. This is just where I wanted to get. This was beautiful. I don't like Toma, but hey, the fan service CG was A+. And that and the little wedding end is adorable and sweet. So, Toma, not favorite, ever. Never gonna be my favorite. But I could appreciate what they did with him here and, trying to give him some growth. Those were, those other ones. These were the ones from our thing, so. You know what I mean? His growth, how he changed and was, trying to get better. So, I appreciate that. So, not saying that I will ever stop hating Toma, but this version of him, I think, is a lot better. Well, actually, were there different... Oh, there were different versions on this one, but just... Wait. Holding our hand. That one was sweet. And they did a good job with the CGs. They did a really good job with this one. Good God, man. What the fuck? You should... Toma, I hate you, but you shouldn't... Your abs and everything should not look that good. You know? His eye is awkwardly positioned a little too... You know what I mean? But that's not what we're looking at, so... I do like the devious smirk on his face, though, in this one. This is good. Not gonna lie, it's, The CGs were really good in this, though, So, I don't think I'm at the same enjoyment 9 out of 10 that a Toma Kitten was, because I don't really like Toma, and there was a lot of filler that just felt like it kind of dragged it on and felt a little boring. There were some good moments, the cage thing, and, I don't think I would have been so after, but it's there's so much boring that I'm not 100% here, that, when it keeps dragging it on, and then there's all this filler stuff, especially after the credits. I don't know what it is about any game after the credits, if it starts doing that, and you guys have to deal with that listening to me ramble, so, hey, I don't like it, but I make you suffer through it? Whatever. That's cute. They're adorable. But this is the one you get to stare at because, that's the best one. Although, actually, I really do like the wedding one the best. This is the sexiest, but whatever. We still have to do the communication one, where maybe after that we'll do the look at the weddingy one, because I don't think that one had a CG. But anyway, that was that. I'm glad it's over. Not because I hate Toma, because I do think they did a good job making him a better character in this. Where like he's trying to get past the stuff, and I appreciate that they're trying to give him that growth, and like I appreciate the CGs, even though I don't like Toma. Like, okay, I like small little applause for the people that love Toma, because like, hello, here you go, right? Gifts for you. But like, I just feel like there was so much unnecessary things in there where you're just going through and you're like, it gets a little bland. Then there's some things that are exciting and fun, but I think the overall is like, it's just, there's so much just unnecessary stuff that when I get to the end and there's unnecessary stuff after the credits, it annoys me more. It's like, oh, still doing this? Like, you know? And like, it's not one of those games, I feel like, where I'm like, yeah, I don't care, we've been here for 3 hours, I'll keep going. It's like, are we done yet? Like, so I think my enjoyment for this overall so far, like, most of the after stories has been like a 5. Because we were spent too much time talking about Toma in Shin's route. And I get it, it does make sense, but I feel like there's certain things they could have cut out. You could cut out a third of it and still give the same story and still give it like feel good and get the fluffy without the freaking bland bits in there. You know what I mean? You keep a little bit of the bland, you could keep the Shin story, a little bit of the Toma stuff, but not so heavy on it. Because it makes sense, like you want him there at the wedding. But you don't need every conversation to always go back to Toma. Like, Jesus Christ, simmer it down, you know? So, and this one just so much, like, the whole plot point was almost getting to the end with the cage stuff. Like, so you could have cut out some of it and just weeded it down a little bit to tighten it up and make it a little less like, what are we doing? Why is this bland? You know? I don't know. But the other little mini stories so far have been kind of fun because they're a little different. I think it's just these I'm expecting a little bit more fluff. And there's just going through the motions. We're just going to work, and then we're home, and then we're cooking dinner, and then we're doing, and you're like, what's happening here? Nothing's happening. Like, you know, I just want more fluff, more substance than just nothing, especially because they're short. So if they're going to be short, make them full of shit, full of substance, and not full of boring. Because then 2 hours feels like a waste of time. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, we're going to do his communication one, which is going to, again, be short and kind of pointless. But at least it's pointlessly short and there's a little bit of something going on. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to do that, that's fine. It's kind of random and off topic and fine, but whatever. So we'll do that, and then we'll do the little after story we can unlock in the chibi section. Like we did for Shins, and then that will wrap up Toma. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.